Hey, bonjour class. I think the camera's working. I think the sound is working. Welcome to French 1, lesson 9. We're moving right along, class. Let's talk about adjectives. Let's talk about objects and prepositions. Lots to learn. On y va? Okay. Class, if you paid attention in class today, you would have noticed that we talked about how to describe people. And so these are some of the words we learned. Écoutez et répétez après moi. Blond, blonde. Brun, brune. Grand, grande. Petit, petite. Beau, belle. Jeune, un copain, une copine, un garçon, une fille, un camarade, une camarade. And what do we notice about these? All of them, except one, have two different forms. We have blond and then blonde with an E at the end. What did we learn about that E at the end? We've talked about this before. It means it's feminine. Yes, whenever you describe someone in French, you have to notice if it's a masculine person or a feminine person, and then use the right form. Brun versus brune, masculine, feminine. Grand versus grande. When you add that E, it makes it feminine. Petit, petite, same thing. Now these two down here are a little special because they're totally different. Beau versus belle. Think Belle from Beauty and the Beast. She is beautiful. And then this one, jeune, which means young, does not have a gender because it already ends with an E in its purest form. So jeune, jeune, same for boys, same for girls. And then, of course, we have some other ways to describe people. Who are these people? Un copain, une copine, that's a friend. Un garçon, une fille, a boy or a girl. Un camarade, une camarade. There's the feminine une. That just means a classmate, like someone you know. They're maybe not your bestie, but you know them from class. So can you describe the people here in the pictures? I gotta move myself so you can actually see. How would you describe this little guy? Il est blond. Il est petit. Il est jeune, n'est-ce pas? And this girl over here, elle est grande, using the feminine form. Elle est brune. Elle est belle, n'est-ce pas? Elle est très belle, n'est-ce pas? Okay, let's talk about some other people. In class, we did these. Can you remember what we said about Stewie up at the top? Qui est-ce? C'est un copain. That's a friend. Comment s'appelle-t-il? Il s'appelle Stewie. His name is Stewie. Quel âge a-t-il? Il a 6 ans? On n'est pas certain. He has 6 years. Il a 6 ans. Et comment est-il? This is where you describe him. Now we're asking, what's he like? So we can say, il est jeune. Il est petit. Classe, est-ce qu'il est brun ou blond? On n'est pas certain. Je vais dire il est brun. Je pense qu'il est brun. Super. And then you can do the same thing for our friend over here, but when we use adjectives to describe her, we have to remember to use the feminine adjectives. Move myself on over. There we go. So, qui est-ce? C'est une copine. Now we're going to use the feminine. Up here it was un copain, and now that it's a girl, une copine. Comment s'appelle-t-elle? Elle s'appelle, I think in class someone said Brenda. Bonjour, Brenda. Quel âge a-t-elle? Je pense qu'elle a 11 ans. Et comment est-elle? What is she like? We can say, elle est brune, Now we use the feminine, brune. Elle est grande. She's kind of tall. Elle est grande. We could say elle est jeune. She is also young, etc., etc. Using the feminine form of the adjectives to describe the girl and the masculine form of the adjectives to describe the boy. Masculine, feminine, it's going to drive us crazy all year because it's everywhere in French. In fact, our next list of vocab coming up, I gotta scroll through my flip chart here. We'll do some of this in class. These objects, they're inanimate objects. They are neither boys nor girls, but they all have a gender. Yes, they do. Class, we're going to learn that this is un crayon. This, though, is feminine. Une montre. Ici, une raquette. Et une calculatrice. And if you thought we had too many feminine objects, don't worry, this next one is randomly masculine. Un stylo. Classe, ici, un livre. Ici, un appareil photo. Oh, that's a long one. But don't worry, just because this is masculine, the things you take with this are feminine. Une photo. Who knew? This is just un objet. I tried to pick kind of a random picture that could be anything. It's just an object. It's a thing. You could also say une chose. And yes, that part is feminine. Class, this is une guitare. Feminine. Un sac. Masculine. Down here, this is une affiche, but sometimes they say un poster. They just use the English word. Ici, un portable. I definitely need to update my picture of a cell phone. That's supposed to be a cell phone. Un portable. Ici, un ordinateur. That's the word for computer. And then finally, une télévision, but they also shorten it to just the word télé, une télé. Et voilà, some things are masculine, some things are feminine. There's really no rhyme or reason, so when you learn your new vocabulary, you have to learn. Is it masculine? Is it feminine? I told you this was going to drive you crazy, but I know you can do it. It's just the repetition and the practice. The more you come back to these words and practice these words, the better you'll get at determining the masculine or the feminine. Now, class, this isn't all the vocabulary we have for this week. There's more. Different things, modes of transportation, things to listen to music. Some of these are kind of outdated. On Walkman? Really? Une cassette? Even the radio. Most people don't listen to music on the radio anymore unless it's in your car. So as we go through and learn these, I'll be telling you which ones are more important than others. But we're still going to learn them because it's good. The more French you speak, the more French you learn, the better you'll be at the language. All right, class, there's one more thing for this week and next week. We're taking a couple weeks with this. And these are what are known as prepositions. A preposition tells you where something is. So these are the French prepositions, and I'll tell you their English counterparts. Sur means on. Sur. Guess what, class? I have hand motions and a song. You knew I was going to have a song. So here we go. Sous means under. Sur, sous. Dans means in. Sur, sous, dans. Put my hand in this basket that I made up with my arm. Devant means in front of. Devant. Derrière means behind. Oh oui, derrière. Et à côté de means next to literally on the side of or the edge of. Kind of looks like the word coast. The coast is the edge, but it means next to. Okay, the song. I think I have to stand up a little bit for this so you can see my hand motions. It goes like this. Sur, sous, dans, devant, derrière, à côté de. And the music goes like this. Sur, sous, dans, devant, derrière, devant, derrière, devant, derrière, sur, sous, dans, devant, derrière, à côté de. Did you get it? Let's try it one more time together. I'll go nice and slow for you to sing it with me and do the motions, because when you do the motions, you actually are making connections in your brain. This means on. This, I scoop it under. This is in front. This is behind. Your body is making the connections to what the words mean, and it helps you to remember it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Sur, sous, dans, devant, derrière, devant, derrière, devant, derrière, sur, sous, dans, devant, derrière, à côté de. Can we do it faster? I think you can. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Sur, sous, dans, devant, derrière, woo, devant, derrière, yeah, devant, derrière, sur, sous, dans, devant, derrière, à côté de. How'd you do? I hope that went well for you. I hope that you're going to learn these words. And in class, we will talk about our friend Fido, because Fido is going to be all over the place in our room. Il est à côté de la porte. Il est devant le lit. Il est sous la table. Et il est sur la moto. That bell means I have to go teach my next class. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. Au revoir.